Hello children, I hope everyone is fine. I am your SST teacher Venkatesh sir. Today I am going to discuss in first chapter in social science. Social science is a very interesting subject, and social science helps us to study about our culture, our tradition and our way of life. The first lesson in your SST, Introduction to the History. In this lesson, what will we learn from this lesson? Meaning of history, importance of history, sources of history. There are two sources. One is literary sources, another one archaeological sources. What happened, children? Many decades ago, our people, means Indians had forgotten their own history, but some European scholars, they recalled, contributed and they presented our own history before us. European scholars. And what is history? Very simple, children. History is nothing but the systematic presentation of past events. One more time I am repeating. History is a systematic presentation of past events is called history. History gives the picture of the human journey, how human faced the challenges and difficulties few years ago, how human led the life. When we explain the history, the accuracy of time, accuracy of place and accuracy of person must be maintained or presented, which means, one more time I will explain. When we explain the history, the accuracy of time, accuracy of place, accuracy of person must be presented or maintained. Means correct time, means right time, where it happened, when it happened, who did it. Without these clarities, without explaining these clarities or evidences, history becomes simple story. We will not call as it a history, we will call it a simple story. For example, if I wrote one book, one story, without explaining the evidence, without explaining the clarities, so people will not call it as a history book. They will call it as a book of the story. So we must maintain the sources, evidences, clarities while explaining the history. Children, I hope you are watching this image. These are all images related to the Kalinga War. You know very well about the Ashoka, who was the king of Maurya dynasty. When Ashoka was ruling India, that time Maurya Empire covered much part of India, right from Afghanistan to today's Tamil Nadu. During the time of Ashoka, Maurya Empire covered much part of India except one state, that was called Kalinga. Kalinga which means today's Orissa. This Kalinga was ruled by one Kalinga king. So Ashoka thought that Ashoka he waged the war against Kalinga. That time he was ruling from Pataliputra. Pataliputra means present Patna, capital city of Bihar. He was ruling from Patna. He waged the war against Kalinga. In this terrible war, very horrible war, the history of India, not only history of India as well as history of world, in this terrible war, Ashoka won Kalinga. Ashoka had won Kalinga, but lack of the people lost their lives. Many war animals killed. Many people lost their properties. This is a history. While explaining about this Kalinga war, I presented where it happened, who involved in this war, who killed this war, who won this war, who lost this war. The result, what happened, the result, I will explain afterwards. When it is required, I will explain afterwards. So these are all, this is accuracy. Once again, I am repeating, without presenting the clarities, evidence, the history becomes a simple story or small story. I hope you're understanding. Children, why we want history? Why should we learn this history? What is the use of this history? You may ask this question. Children, I will show one image you can easily understand. One small boy who is trying to touch the flame of the fire. He is completely unaware about the flame of the fire. He is trying to touch the flame of the fire. Children, what happens if one small boy who touches the flame of the fire, his hands burn. This is experience. But next time, the small boy will not touch the flame of the fire. Why? He will not touch the flame of the fire because he already experienced the burning sensation of the flame of the fire. That's why we call it memory. What happens, children, if human did not have memory at all? He would have committed the same mistake again and again. If human didn't have memory at all, he would have committed the same mistake again and again. So the whole world wouldn't have witnessed marvelous progress, marvelous development. So that's why memory serves human survive. Memory serves every society. Memory serves every state. Memory serves every country. Even world too also. The history is very important. History needs to progress the country, to progress the state, to progress the society. Progress means development. This is the picture of United States of America. This is a picture of White House, United States of America. The history survives the human society, state, country, the whole world. Yes. Children, history is a record of wrong decisions as well as good decisions also. How it is possible? When Ashoka decided to wage the war against Kalinga, in this beginning of the war looked as good for Ashoka. And aftermath of the war, aftermath means the result of the war. Aftermath of the war, Ashoka realized that I took wrong decision by waging the war against Kalinga, because his decision, many people killed in this battle, many animals also killed, many people lost their properties. Entire battleground of Kalinga converted to graveyard. Dead bodies were found everywhere. So history is a record of sorrowful incidents as well as sorrowful experiences as well as joyful experiences. So after that, Ashoka realized, and Ashoka left his Kshatriya dharma, Kshatriya religion, and after that he accepted the religion of the peace, Buddhism. So this is a history. And history is a guiding force. History is a guiding force for the future generation. It will be model for us. History teaches how our ancestors means forefathers led their life. History teaches their braveness. Braveness means valor. History teaches the adventure of the ancestors. Adventure means very courageous work, very courageous task. History teaches the patriotism. Patriotism means love for the nation. History teaches our ancestors' sacrifices. For example, for best example, our freedom movement. Many freedom fighters, they lost their lives, they sacrificed their dedication, their life, they left family, they left children, wife, everything. And because of their determination, because of their dedication, sacrifice, we are enjoying freedom today. Keep in your mind, children. History introduces our culture, our way of life. History arouses the feeling of pride, respect for our motherland. See, because of this reason, history is required. History is very necessitated. See, the first time in the world, are you watching this picture? I hope. He is Herodotus. This person has shown how to construct, how to build, how to write immensely valuable history. Herodotus has done a fantastic job to construct valuable history. If you want to know about the Herodotus, who hailed from small nation in Europe, Greece, he is considered as a father of history. People used to call him as a father of history. This person has shown how to construct a valuable history before the world. So people used to call him as a father of history. Herodotus, he wrote many books on the history. He wrote a book on the Egyptian civilization, Greece civilization, Rome civilization. He wrote the book on the many ancient civilization of the world. That's why he has given this title, Egypt is a gift of Nile. So we'll discuss when it is required about Nile River and Egyptian civilization.